All right. Hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. We're coming at you live here from about 3 miles outside of Joshua Tree National Park. Unfortunately, there's no Joshua trees in the backdrop, but we'll enjoy the mountains. And that's the salt and the sea over there in the distance. So when you're ready, if you're using your bands, we've added air. When you're ready, go ahead and come on down to all fours. We're going to warm up our wrists to get going, and we'll move from there. So palms down, rotate the fingers in towards you, draw the abdomen in, and just gently lean back. A nice stretch for the front side of the forearms. Draw the chin in and breathe. Very nice. From there, rotate the hands so those fingers are facing in. Spread those fingers wide, and we'll rotate around 2 to 3 times each direction. Very good. Reverse directions when you're ready. We've had some beautiful weather here this weekend. Started out a little rough. We had a bunch of wind at the start of the trip, but we're glad for the calm weather now. When you're ready, go ahead and shake out those wrists. All right, very good. And from here, we're going to move into a few cat-cows. So make a nice wide handprint. Set those knees underneath those hips. And we're going to go about 4 cycles, breathing as you move. So you're going to exhale, push up the rib cage, draw that chin into the chest, and softly inhale. Draw the shoulders back and down, lift the head and neck. 3 more times there. If you can breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Really getting some good movement through that mid back. Watch not overarch the low back. 1 or 2 more. Last one. When you finish, take it back into child's. Very good. Big toes come together, knees divide, walk the arms straight out in front, and then lower on back. Now breathe into the side of the body. Very good. From here, we're going to start to move into our down dog knee to elbow for our first exercise. We'll be going 1 minute here, and then we're going to come onto our back for some glute bridge work. So when you're ready, we're going to make a nice wide handprint. Place one hand underneath each shoulder. Turn those toes under. We're going to come into down dog first. So you drive your hips up and back. And then as you come forward, lift up that mid body. Draw your knee towards the same side elbow. Exhale as you push back. Inhale as you come forward. We're going to spend a minute here, so you can use it as well to open up the lower shins, lower calves rather. Stretch the back of the legs. You're going to push through that wrist, palm of the hand. Good, we're halfway. Lifting up, drawing forward, driving back. 15 seconds. Maybe 1 more on each side. And when you finish, go ahead and come on back down. We're going to make our way onto your back next. I'm going to be working glute bridges to follow. So as you come on down, feel free to loosen up that low back a little bit. Hug the legs to the chest, rock your body side to side. Just move my blanket so I can see my clock. All right, if you need to stretch anymore, by all means, feel free. Otherwise, pull those shoulders underneath the body. Place the feet just underneath the knees are bent, feet are flat, and chin in. When we're ready, we're going to start to bridge those hips up. We've got 1.5 minutes here, so lots of time to activate the back of the body and open up the front of the hips. Breathe in as you lower down. Exhale as you raise your hips up towards the sky. Very nice. It's a great exercise to close those eyes, just relax and breathe. Want to make sure that we're not pinching into that low back. So think about lengthening through that low back, drawing the chin to the chest. Keep those knees pushing wide. Very good. Just over 30 seconds left. Going all the way down. Start to add a pause at the top if you haven't already. So holding for about a 3 count. Really trying to get as much of that backside to fire as you can. So squeezing the bum and then relaxing down. Let's get about 3 more reps with a 3-second hold. Up and squeeze. Nice and smooth as you lower down, and twice more from here. Gradually raising those hips up. Draw the chin to the chest. Taking it back down. This will be our last one. Knees push wide. Try to push that big toe into your full floor as well. And 3, 2, 1, and loosen up from there. Good job. Back to that double knee to chest. Hugging those legs in, rocking out that low back. All right, very nice. Next, we're going to do an exercise for the midline, working on that hollow position. So when you're ready, you can start with the knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Go ahead and raise your arms up to overhead. And then from there, we're going to think about that hollow position like the bottom of a sailboat. Chin to the chest, lifting up, starting with the knees bent. If you feel ready for an extra challenge, you can extend one leg out and then bend the knee and kind of bicycle your legs or cycle the legs back and forth. Only if you're able to keep that low back strong and pushing into the floor. If you're starting to get an arch in that low back, take it down and take a pause. Or shorten your lever, meaning keeping your knees bent. Halfway through, so take a break anytime you need it. This movement is about quality of position. Beautiful, 20 seconds left. Taking a little pause myself. And then coming back up. Trying to reach through the arms as well. Reach those arms high overhead. Not necessarily to the sky, Sharon, but straight over top of the head. Looks good, Kathy. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo. All right, let's go windshield wipers for the hips next. So go ahead and take your arms out to 90 degrees like you're a scarecrow on the ground. Walk the feet about hip width apart. And then from here, slowly lower both knees to one side. And then up and across, both knees to the other side. Let's get about twice on each side or 3 times. And then this is going to be the end of our first circuit. And then we're going to go back to the top, starting with that down dog knee to elbow. Very nice. So once you even out those windshield wipers, we're going to start here in about 10 seconds on round 2 of that down dog knee to elbow. On your second time through, you can take your knee across the body to that opposite elbow. So wide handprint, and when you're ready, here we go, starting our minutes. So gliding yourself back, lowering those heels down, breathing in as you draw forward. Now we're taking the knee across the body. Exhale as you push back. Inhale as you draw forward. Again, quality movements over speed. It moves. Looks great. Check in back with your hands. If those fingers are close together, spread them wide. Grip those finger pads down. Just over halfway. Looks great. Good rhythm. We're going to take it back into child's position next. Get one more on each side. And when you finish that second rep, go in and come back down to the knees. For child's position this time, we're going to turn it into a supinated position. Toes together, little fingers together as you turn your palms up towards the sky and then lower down from here. About 3 to 5 breaths into the back and the side of the body. All right, when you're ready to make your way out of that, we're going to come back onto your back, or we're going to return to your back. And now I'm not going to elevate my feet today. I don't have a lot of props with me, but if you do want to elevate the feet up for the glute bridge on the second round, that's an option here. Call it our hamstring curl. Otherwise, feet flat on the ground, pull those shoulders underneath. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're going to go a minute this set. Lifting them up, holding at the top. About a 2 to 3 second pause. And then up and down. Once again, relax your eyes and then feel that body move. You want to feel the back of your body activate. Hamstrings, glutes, lengthening through that low back. I'm not sure. What'd you bring me, Moose? Coming up on halfway, just over halfway. 15 seconds. Keep those knees pushing wide, chin drawn in. And 3, 2, 1, and pause. Revisit that double knee to chest. We're gonna go right into those hollow bodies next. So loosen up that low back. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the arms up to overhead, either knees bent or legs straight. And here we go, making your body into that little boat position. Now I've advanced a little bit this time where I'm keeping both legs straight, and you can play with like a flutter kick action, where if you're strong with both legs straight, now you point the toes and flutter the kicks or legs up and down like a little kick. Anytime you start to lose that position of that low back though, take it down to the mat, take a pause before you start to arch. Then once you get that break, then you can come back in on set 2 if you want to flutter horizontally. So you can cross the feet over top of each other, back and forth. There you go. So we're just going back and forth there, and feet should be barely off the ground. So about 10 to 12 inches off the ground, hovering as close as you can. Woo, I'm going to take a break there. I'm going to go back to my bent knees and our bicycle position. If the head and neck gets tired, rest it down and focus on that lower body. Almost done. And 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Beautiful. Let's take those arms back out to the side like those scarecrow arms, and now we'll take into that 2-knee twist. Both legs come to one side, turn the head, look over that opposite shoulder. And then up and across, both legs come to the other. Let's get about 2 or 3 on each side. And then we're going to roll it over for one more time into down dog as we make our way up to our feet. Anyone that came on late, if you missed stretching out your wrist, feel free to roll them around a little bit, add in some wrist stretches, because we have some Renegade Rows coming up in this next sequence. You want to have a good support for those hands and wrist. So when you're ready, slowly inchworm your way up out of down dog. Soft bend those knees and be really slow and deliberate coming out of that forward fold position. Fantastic. All right, we'll get everybody up to standing. If you're waiting on some folks to join us here, let's just get some spinal twists in. Soft bend those knees, rotating through that torso, turn the head and neck. Look over one shoulder and then the other. Perfect, good. From there, balancing on one foot, draw everything up and in. Let's stretch out those quads. Grabbing that foot, pulling that heel towards the glute, keeping your hips nice and level. Wonderful, and then we'll set that foot down. Same thing, other side. 4 exercises in our next sequence. Each round's gonna get a little bit shorter. We'll start with a minute of each. Squatting is first, recommending without weights. Then we'll come down to the floor for the Renegade Row. Either one weight between the hands or one weight in each hand. After the Renegade Row, we're gonna come back up to our feet for some deadlifts or waking up that hinging pattern with a nice light weight. Final exercise, alternating overhead press. All right, so let me know if you need more time. Otherwise, we're gonna warm ourselves up as we move here, starting with those squats. So set the feet, just a soft toe out. Let's go, no weights this first set. We got a full minute here. So send those hips back, reach those arms out. Squeeze the glutes, standing tall. Good. And feet should be right about hip width apart. Just feel like you have plenty of space to sink down to the bottom of that squat. Good job. Depending on your energy today, depending on how your morning's gone, how your body's feeling, you can keep that slow, deliberate pace, or you can start to move just a little bit faster. Pulling down, driving your feet into the floor to push that weight up. Eyes up, chest tall. Good, 20 seconds left. We're gonna transition straight into that Renegade Row. Reaching out, standing tall, good. So a reminder that Renegade Row, you're gonna be in a plank position, either on your toes or on your knees. One more squat. and start to that transition. So we're coming down to that plank. I'm gonna make a nice wide handprint, and I've got my weight right between my hand. As soon as I get there, I'm gonna start. Midline strong, belly button pulled in, and we're alternating hands. One elbow pulls high, and then you switch sides, squeezing that glute as you move. The goal is to have little to no movement through those hips. Head and neck nice and neutral also. Chin in, looking straight down. Over halfway. We're gonna go from this Renegade Row up to our feet, warming up that hinge for the deadlift. Nice light weight when we start. Ten seconds. Good, keep breathing, holding strong in 2, 1, and transition. Inchworm your way up to standing. Then reset yourself here. Once you get up to standing, make sure you're not arching that lower back. So tuck the hips in, soft bend the knees, and now we're gonna fold forward, long spine, bending at the hips, squeeze the glutes and stand. Good, send those hips back, straight up and down. Nice. Reaching forward, standing tall. You don't want to overarch the spine, just stay straight up and down, stacking those shoulders right over top of the hips. Looks great, crew. Breathe in as you lower down, exhale as you stand tall. Nice work, 15 seconds left. We're going to that alternating overhead press next. Ideally, you'll have one weight in each hand, but if not, you can hold one weight and be switching sides. And 3, 2, 1, and transition. Go ahead and set the deadlift weight on the ground. You're gonna grab something different. Toes pointing straight forward. And now we're going alternating sides. Good. Nice lightweight, something that you shouldn't struggle to press up to overhead. Squeeze the glutes as you press. Good, nice and fluid. Beautiful, halfway through. If it gets where it's heavy, you can pause and add the dip and drive. But ideally, you should be using light enough weights that you can do a strict press, meaning no dip and drive for this first set. Watch as you start to get fatigued. Keep squeezing the booty, squeeze that midline. 10 seconds left. Good, breathe and press. Shoulder up and towards the ear. And 3, 2, 1, and pause. Good job. We'll take 15 seconds and we'll be into round 2 of our squats. I'm gonna hold some light weight this time, and it'll be a 45-second interval. Set the feet, and 3, 2, 1, set 2. Elbows up and forward. Breathe as you move. Good. Breathe into lower. Exhale as you stand tall. Nice. Grounded strong through those feet. Your feet are your foundation. Wonderful. Great rhythm, everyone. Up and down. Keeping that range of motion, opening up through those hips. Keeping that movement through the knees. Beautiful. 10 seconds. We're going back to that Renegade Row next. Let's go one more squat. 2, 1, transition down. Back to those Renegade Rows. Wide handprint, and as soon as you get there, you can start. Looking straight down, chin in, midline tight. Keep squeezing those glutes. We tend to let those hips drop forward, which puts a little strain on that low back. So you want to keep those hips high. I'd rather see you piked instead of arched. Ideally, you want to be level though. 15 seconds left. Stay engaged. And 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Those of you that have air in your bands, go ahead and release that air as you're coming back up. And we're going back to deadlifts. So if you have any heavier weight you want to use, you can switch that up. Round 2 on deadlift. Standing tall, check back in with that midsection. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Long spine, up and down. Awesome. You're kind of in my boat here. Don't have a lot of heavy weights with you today. If you want a little different challenge, you can turn it into a high pull, where I bow forward, squeeze the glutes, and finish with my elbows high above the shoulders. Nice. But ideally, if you have heavier weight that would prevent that, that's my recommendation. Just stick with that heavier weight and just that forward hinge, standing tall. About 2 more reps. And rest. Good job. We're going back to that alternating overhead press. I'm going to show what it looks like when you have one weight to work with this time. Toes forward, midline in. And when you're ready, so we just push one up, coming under the chin, and press the other side up. Excellent. It's our second set, working for 45 seconds. We're going to have one more round after this, but we're going to work for 30 seconds on each exercise. Nice. Nice full extension of that shoulder into the ear. Avoiding that sway back posture. Beautiful. Eyes looking forward. Lower body engaged. So I just keep a nice strong engagement through the glutes, through the core. Just get about one more in each arm. Elevate through that shoulder. And 2, 1, transition. Good job. Shake it out. We'll take about 20 seconds and we'll be into our final set of squats and once of each. So if you want to, the heaviest weight you have to work with. All right. Starting in 10 seconds, back to our squats. This round is going to be 30 seconds each. And since it's a shorter interval, we'll give a 10-second rotation. 2, 1, begin. There you go. Breathing and moving. Nice. Pulling down, driving tall, avoiding that bounce in the bottom, but getting a good, strong effort. 10 seconds left. Good tempo, crew. Last one. And transition. Good job. We'll take 10 seconds to transition down to our Renegade Rows. Wide handprints at those feet, just a little wider than you normally would. And then as soon as you're ready, right into it. Elbow nice and high. Focus that gaze right between the hands. Continue to activate the arch of the hand with that wide handprints. Halfway through. Almost done. Last one. Good job. Coming back up for those deadlifts. Wait till everyone gets into spot. All right. Heaviest weight you have available that you're confident to lift. Neutral midsection. Soft bend those knees. Bowing down. And here we go. 30 seconds on the deadlift. Long spine. You don't have as heavy of a weight as you would like, but you feel strong today. You can challenge yourself with a little bit faster tempo. Pulling yourself up, pushing through the feet, squeezing the glutes, and then that long spine, bowing right back down. Moving great. Couple more. And pause. Nice job, friends. All right, overhead press to finish. Toes pointing forward. Midline strong. And when you're ready, remember, we're all trading sides here. Up and down. Nice work. Eyes looking forward. Nice high elevation, 10 seconds left. Good, keep those shoulders moving. Maybe one more on each side. And resting there. Awesome job. Here's that second circuit. Let's grab a drink. We have one more to go, but we're gonna do a little stretching before we jump into it. All right. Great job there. Let's go our tricep side bend first. So stagger the feet. Anchor your right foot forward, left foot back. Raise your left arm up as you bend that elbow. Draw the chin in as you reach around. Now we're sending those hips forward. Pull that elbow back and bending to the side. So we're looking to open those hips as much as the upper body here. So keep squeezing the glute of that trail leg. Go ahead and unwind yourself, but keep your feet in position. And then one more time, hips shift forward, eyes up. Take that bend towards your front leg. And now if you feel comfortable to do so, add that rotation, peering up past your left elbow. Couple of breaths and release. Great job. In between sides, little side step arm swing. Woo, there's my balance. Excellent. And then when you're ready, same thing on your right side. Anchor your left foot forward, right foot back. Draw that midline in as you raise the arm high, bending at the elbow. So here we go. Chest up, hips shift forward, squeeze that trail leg. And now nice long side bend. Breathing in. Holding for about 3 breaths here, and then we'll come out of it. And now we'll add that rotation. So we're going to shift the hip forward, eyes up, rotate towards the side, side bend, and then rotate out of it, looking up past your right elbow this time. Breathing here. Wonderful. When you've had enough of that, shake it out. Step it out once again. All right, we're gonna be working with some lightweight dumbbells. I can't emphasize the lightweight enough. Or if you wanna work with your long TheraBands, that works great as well. We're gonna have a combination of movements here. 3 sets like last time. This time we're gonna work for reps and time in between them. So the first exercise would be a bent over lateral raise. So I'm gonna draw the midline in, soft bend the knee. I'm gonna send my hips back, chin in. I'm gonna raise the arms up just like so. We're gonna go 12 reps there, and then we'll get some blood flow for 20 seconds together. So when you're ready, I've got some 5-pounders here. Anything lighter than that would be appropriate as well, or a nice long TheraBand. You could stand on the TheraBand, draw that belly in, long spine as you draw the chin in, and then when you're ready, 12 reps on your own. Raising your arms straight out to the side, keeping that chin pulled in. Shoulders down out of the ears, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Looks good. And hitting that 12 reps. When you finish your 12 reps, set your weight down. Standing up nice and tall. And our first exercise is going to be 20 seconds here together. Some rebounding jumps up and down. Holding those arms to the side. Kind of pump those arms. Good, halfway. We're going 20 seconds of the blood flow work, and then we'll be back to either those dumbbells or those TheraBands. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Good job. This time we're gonna go lateral raises again, but from a standing tall position. 12 reps is still our goal. Chin in, soft bend those knees whenever you're ready. Good job. Engage the glutes. Engage the midline. Watch that chin position. And finish number 12. Set those weights down or the bands. We're going to go right into our running high knee or a march next. Here we go. Excellent. Eyes up. Relax through the ankle. So just lightly letting that heel brush the floor. Good job. Almost there. 2, 1, and pause. Nice. Back to your bands or your dumbbells. Now we're moving into a front raise. So check in with the feet, toes pointing forward, midline drawn in when you're ready. 12 times up and forward. Nice. Good job. Couple more. Beautiful. From here, we did the high knees. Now we're going to do those glute kickers. Point the heels underneath the back side of your body, either as a march or as a run in place. Arms still driving at the sides. Wonderful. So we're trying to get a little bit more activation of the hamstrings on this glute kickers. Nice, almost there. And pause. Awesome. Then we're going to go bicep curl straight into overhead tricep extension. 12 of each, and that will complete the circuit. So you'll go 12 bicep curls and then the overhead extensions. Nice. 10, couple more. You can stay standing. Some of you that are using the bands, you might find that you need to be down lower to be able to reach up to overhead. To keep myself in the screen, I'm gonna kneel. And then the overhead tricep extensions. Again, totally fine to stay standing. 12 times here. Nice. Nine, 10, and number 12. Beautiful. That completes set one. Now we're going to go down in reps. So we're going to keep with our weights or the bands, and we're going to go back to that bent over lateral raise, this time for 10 reps. Draw that midline in, soft bend those knees when you're ready. And we're going to go back to that blood flow after these 10 reps. Nice, controlled. Yeah, he's doing great. He brought his little baby down to the mat. All right, there's 10 reps there. When you finish standing tall, we're back to our rebounding jumps. 20 seconds here. If you want to add a little lateral jump to it, pump those arms. Awesome, halfway. We're going back next to our lateral raises, but from standing this time. 2, 1, transition. Here we go. Lateral raises from standing, 10 reps. Draw the belly in, draw that chin in. Maintain that soft bend the knee. Smile as you move. Nine, 10. Awesome. When you finish those 10 there, well, we're back to either the march or faster tempo if you want that running high knee. Excellent. Chest tall, eyes up, 10 seconds left. There you go. 2, 1, and pause. Front raises next. Either sticking with 2 weights, or you can also hold a single dumbbell by each side. 10 reps here. Moving well. All right, last blood flow piece of this series. We're back to our glute kickers or march, pulling the heel right up underneath, driving the arms to the side. Here we go, 20 seconds here. Wonderful. And then we end the circle with our bicep curl, tricep extension. Good, keep driving, 5 seconds left. Heels up. And rest, good job. 10 reps, bicep curl, 10 reps, tricep extension. Check in with the feet, check in with your midline. Keep those elbows tucked into the sides. Good. Everyone looks great. If you finish the 10 curls, you're going to take it right overhead for the tricep extension. So we'll stand tall, squeeze the glutes, bend and extend. Once you finish those 10 tricep extensions, you're going to go, if you need to change up weights, we're going to go one more last time through, back to our bent over rows or bent over flies for a set of 8. And this will be it, folks. Chin in, midline strong, set of 8 to finish out. 8 of each exercise, to be clear. When you finish your 8 bent over lateral raises, or back to our rebounding hops. Standing up nice and tall. 20 seconds here. Good, get that nice lymphatic flush. Shaking the body. You can raise those arms up to overhead if you want. 10 seconds left. Woo! Awesome. Movement is a great way to lift your spirits. And rest there. Good job. So where were we? We did the bent over lateral raise. Now we got to do the standing lateral raise. 8 times here. Very good. And then either running high knees, or for a little variation, I'm going to do the skip and punch this time. A little hop. You can also march here. Good job. Keep those hands high, up by the shoulders. Drive those knees high too. 10 seconds left. Second to last blood flow piece. 2, 1, and transition. All right, we've got front raises, followed by our glute kickers. 8 times on the front raise. After you finish your 8 front raises, we're back to our last piece of the blood flow work. And you're either marching in place, pulling those heels up underneath your hips, or you're adding that little hop, that little jog. Good. 20 seconds starts now. Keep focused on being relaxed through the foot and ankle. 10 seconds left. Tall through the chest. Good job. Arms driving at the sides. 2, 1, and pause. All right, final little piece. Bicep curls for 8, tricep extension for 8. Toes pointing forward, midline strong, and we'll finish with our cool down stretch. Good work, breathing through that burn. After 8 times, taking it up to overhead, bend the elbow and extend. And all done there. Fantastic. Set that weight down. Let's grab a drink and then we'll stretch. Ah, beautiful. All right. So first we're gonna do a little toe touch. See how well I can stay on this yoga block. If you have a step, a staircase nearby, or something that you can stand up on, those of you that are confident to touch your toes, you can elevate your feet just a bit. Chin to the chest, sliding on down. The yoga block's probably not the most stable option. Step would be a little bit sturdy, but we're just doing a toe touch here, folks. Reaching down past the toes, let that chin and head be heavy, and breathe into the back. Take about 3 to 5 nice deep breaths into your back. And then when you're ready, nice and slow, make your way back up to standing. Wonderful. Get that block to the side. We're going to work on our inner thigh stretch next. We're going to walk your feet nice and wide. Anchor down into those feet. Reach those arms straight out. And a little side lunge here. Gripping the toes. Push the knee wide. Shoulders down out of the ears. Up to center. Same thing other side. Grip the toes. Knees glide wide. Chest stays tall. Excellent. And just keep that chest up. We're going to go one more time on each side. Eyes forward. There's that tendency to drop that chest down. So reach the arms straight out. See how tall you can keep that chest. Wonderful. Really push through that foot. And then one more time on the second side. Watch the position of the knees. Going wide. Full foot anchored. And working your way back into center. Good job. Keep those feet wide. Interlace the hands behind the back stretch with our forward fold. So broad chest. Soft bend those knees. Send those hips wide. You pull those arms up to overhead. Breathing into the back. One more breath here, and then we're going to stay in this forward fold position. Just reach for the ground and go ahead and make your way down to hands and knees. We're going to do our mid-back rotations next. So let's keep your right hand on the ground, nice wide handprint. Take that left hand behind the head. Elbow comes to the opposite elbow, and you're going to rotate through, peering up past that elbow. Let's get 8 times on each. Breathing in as you bring it down. Breathing out as you open through. After a 4 or 5, if you want to go a little bit deeper for the last half, you can come down to the forearm, and then same thing from there. Elbow to elbow, you'll get a little bit deeper twist coming off the forearm. After you finish about 8 times, same thing on the other side. Wide handprint on the left hand, right hand behind the head. Breathing in as you bring the elbow together. Breathing out as you pivot. That's so random. It's okay, Moose. It's okay. He's allowed to be here too.
Very friendly.
If you want to come down to that forearm, feel free. Down and up.
Bobby, he's very friendly. Is he? Yeah. Awesome. How you doing today? How's it going, man?
All right. When you finish that, let's go ahead and come on to our side. Let's stretch out of our quads from a sideline position. Coming on to the elbow. Bend that back top knee. Pull that foot back. It's so comical. I recorded a session yesterday. We've been here for 4 days. Have seen no one. Yesterday, we had a car drive by as I was recording. I'm in the middle of the street here. Again, no one for 4 days. Car comes by in the middle of a 30-minute. And then now today, first person we've had walk by. So random. When you're ready, swing it around. I guess if you want neighbors, just start recording a class on Zoom. Bend that top leg. It's all good.
Yeah, I've got the RV. So
we see them in the distance. And then sometimes they come out for a walk. All right, quad stretch here. And then let's finish with on our back. We're going to do our figure 4 with that sciatic nerve floss. Kind of open up those hips and those hamstrings for our last piece. So when you're ready, go ahead and come onto your back. Draw those shoulders back. Good morning.
Come on.
And let's start with your left leg. Cross that left foot over the right thigh. And then hug that right leg in. Just give a moment. Let that outer left hip open. And then when you're ready, you can add that right leg into it. Extend it straight up in the air. Start with the toes drawn back towards you. And you're going to point the foot towards the sky. Pull it back towards your face and hold it in that position as you bend the knee back down and in. Good. About 3 times total. Up. Point. Draw back. And bend it in. Good job. Once more. That's hilarious. When you're ready, go ahead and release that side, and same thing on the opposite side. Cross the right foot over the left thigh and hug that leg in. His leash is right up there.
I know, he's right there. I don't think he'll follow that guy. He just
start with that outer right hip, just breathing. Sure it gets all opened. And then when you're ready, add that sciatic nerve floss of your left leg, extending it up, drawing that foot back. Ooh, sometimes you'll notice a little bit different from one side to the other, where you're holding more tension. It's common for that nerve. It's a big nerve that runs down the back of the leg. So especially if we had a long car ride, have been sitting in the chair, maybe went to a movie or something, sometimes that nerve can get caught along the tissue. So movement, as Diane in our next class often says, motion is lotion, helping it to move and keep it all fluid and gliding. Awesome. Motion is lotion. When you finish that, go ahead and release both legs. Let's go back to that 2-knee twist, and then we'll finish with a little happy baby. So double knees together, legs to one side, turning the head. Yeah, motion is lotion. You won't forget that one. It even rhymes. All right, once that low back feels good, elbows on the insides of the knees, grab those outer ankles, shins, or the feet if you can reach the bottoms of your feet today and they're not covered with the dirt from the desert, and just give yourself a little gentle rock side to side, inviting those inner thighs to open and inviting that lower back to relax. And then just give some nice deep breaths. Invite your whole system to just relax and unwind for a moment. Start to get that recovery from your workout. When you've had enough of that happy baby, if you can take an extra moment to yourself, raise your arms up to overhead, stretch your feet out, and then nice and slow, just bring the arms to the side and see if you can find a comfortable position to be flat on your back for a moment. Feel your body against the ground. Take a moment to express gratitude. Those of you here live, we're honoring Martin Luther King Day here. So keep your dreams alive for freedom and that little moments of peace for yourself and others. All right, friends, thanks for being here with me today. Stay hydrated, and we'll see you next time.